And so let's go ahead and jump into the last topic of this podcast, which is going to be the whole baby situation. So the baby was on in concert about like maybe what is like a week ago, about a week and a half ago or something like that. And he said some remarks that could be based in homophobic, which they were homophobic remarks. It wasn't anything extremely bad, but it was bad enough to cause up a storm. Now, so I kind of didn't want to speak on this because what I may say may get some people against me, but I'm gonna just be real and I'm gonna just say it. I honestly don't I'm not going to condemn him like everyone else for saying what he was saying. I'm not against gay community, and I have a lot to say on it, but I'm not gonna get on that. I'm not gonna talk about bad about the gays or anything like that, or just the pride community. But I feel like he shouldn't be condemned as harshly as he has been, because if you look at hip hop as a whole, ever since gangster rap started, it's more stuff that has been said, way worse stuff that has been said about the gays and all it, and just other things in general that should be looked at rather than remarks like what DaBaby said. And even just looking back at concerts, you more than likely can find stuff that DMX said. I ain't gonna say Master P and them, but maybe like that Cash Money, Jay-Z, Rockefeller, artists like that, Ja Rule, Murder Inc., that then probably said way worse stuff on stage, but because of the time periods, nobody gave a fuck about it. But now he says stuff like this that rappers have been saying for 20, 30 years, and now people want to jump down his throat. Now I get, because this is a different time. Times have changed, different, standards or whatever in our society. So I don't agree with it. Like I don't condone it. I don't support what he said. I don't at all. Let's get that out the way. I don't condone anything that he said to be right or anything. I feel like if certain things was like, if he wanted to say certain things like that, say it on the record, because a lot of times you could probably go through a person's discography and see that they say worse stuff in their records than what he said on stage, but nobody's pulling that into question. And I feel like he probably shouldn't have said that, but taking away sponsorship, taking him off of like performances that could make him, taking money out his pocket, basically, I feel like that wasn't the right thing to do. He should have apologized, been humbled, and then, whatever, go from there. But I don't feel like he should have been condemned, because Charlemagne said something on the Breakfast Club, which actually makes a lot of sense. That where do we draw the line? Because being gay and pride is something marketable right now. It's something like that companies can benefit off of, whether it's for good or bad intentions. That a lot of people is going to jump on a bandwagon against somebody that speaks badly about the gay community, and it's like, are you going to draw the line? What about people that are talking about drugs like Molly's and Percocets? You got Future and all these other artists talking about doing drugs and stuff of that nature, that is kind of like tearing, down like the black community or, the youth and all that stuff. Are you going to draw the line at rappers that talk about that stuff? Are you going to draw the line at rappers that talk about killing other people? Like, I mean, where does the line draw? Like, is the worst thing that a person can say is that if you don't suck dick, if you don't have AIDS, is that the worst thing a rapper can say? Is that where you draw the line at? Because if we cast that out, then you gotta look at the other things that rappers say. And if you do that, what rappers are you gonna have? Maybe a flow rider, but his lyrics aren't the best. Because are you gonna draw the line at guys that talk misogynistic in their rhymes? Talk about like Cameron made a whole song called "Suck It or Not." So it's like, where do you draw the line with it? Are you gonna, if you look at this as being bad, There are worse things out there that rappers or just artists overall have said. Are you going to castrate them for that? Take them off of concerts, take them away from their sponsorship because of that? Or do you just want to pick and choose what to be angry at? And this podcast I listened to, Don Tony of the Don Tony Show, basically says it, has the correct word for it, the perfect word for it, which is selective outrage. And that's basically what it is. It's selective outrage. If you're going to be mad at him for saying that, look at everything else around it. Like, he's probably done said worse stuff in his rhymes than what he said on that stage. But yet, y'all pulling that out. Y'all being selective. So if y'all gonna do this, then look at everything else. Where do you draw the line? It's killing worse than talking about gays, or is gays worse than killing? Is telling people to do drugs, this type of drugs, I'll be on it all day. Is that worse? Is that not worse than, saying what like DaBaby said? And like I said, I'm not condoning what he said as being okay to say. I feel like, yeah, he shouldn't have said it, and he should apologize with a better apology than what he did. But I also feel like if you're going to jump down a rapper's throat for saying stuff like that, look at the overall spectrum of what rappers have been saying. And don't just jump down his throat because of that, but look at the overall spectrum. It's like rappers have said worse shit, So I feel like he's getting an unjustified, beating, bashing from just the media and everybody else about his comments. And I feel like it was bad, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Trust me, rappers have said worse. Eminem was bashed all throughout his career for saying the F word. I'm not even gonna say it, but I'm not making money off these videos anyway. But still, it's crazy how people have this selective outrage and how it can affect a person's pockets and just career. And I feel like DaBaby's gonna recover from this. I feel like this is gonna blow over. By the end of the year, he's going to be back to doing what he's doing, or probably even way before then. But I feel like he shouldn't get the bashing that he has been getting. But that's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections. Give this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe. If you're not, hit that notification bell. And